Hey y'all. So, you're dreaming of moving to the beautiful state of Tennessee, but your wallet keeps waking you up with a reality check? Everyone's buzzing about places like Nashville and Franklin, but what if I told you that you could get all that southern charm, the rolling hills, and the friendly faces for a fraction of the price? Stick around, because I'm about to show you the most affordable places to live in the volunteer state for 2025. I'll cover what you need to know: the real cost of living, like current home prices and rent ranges, and the stuff you can't just search, like the actual vibe of a town, the good, the bad, and which places are worth a look. Let's get into it. Starting with Milan. Located in Gibson County, at the crossroads of U.S. Highways 45 and 70A/79, it's got a great small town feel without being too far from the city. Well, it's got history as the first city in Tennessee to adopt no-till farming and fluoride use in public drinking water. As a testament to its progressive spirit, the town has the largest industrial base in the county and has over a dozen major employers that also drive the local economy. Its cost of living is 12% lower than the national average and 8% lower than the state's average. It has a median household income of $47,000 and approximately home to 8,000 residents. Has decent to nice houses around the $300,000 to $350,000 range. But the median home price is $230,000 and average rent is $980. The special school district and its constituent quality schools, Milan Elementary, Milan Middle, and Milan High School, are strong draws for families. And its historic downtown district extends along Main Street and has stunning, historic architecture that houses government offices, schools, stores, and this iconic Ritz Theater. Also a center for community events like the Fall Folklore Jamboree, Christmas Parade, Farmers Market, and the Gibson County Fair. And Milan City Park and Gibson County Lake provide abundant recreational and relaxation opportunities and would interest outdoor enthusiasts. Next one is the strawberry capital of Tennessee. It's Portland. It's a relatively small city in Sumner and Robertson counties. It's part of the Nashville metro area and home to approximately 13,500 people. So, what's the feel? The biggest thing you'll hear is small town vibes, with the bonus of being close to bigger cities. It's about 45 minutes from Nashville and 35 from Bowling Green, Kentucky, so you're kind of perfectly stuck in the middle of everything. Locals say it's a working-class town with big industrial parks, like think Macy's Warehouse. People are generally polite, and it's the kind of place where you can feel safe, but maybe a little bored if you're looking for excitement. The cost of living is 28% lower than the national average, especially for housing. We're talking a median home price in the low to mid 300s, which sounds like a dream compared to Nashville. The typical home price is approximately $335,000, and the median household income is $73,000, with the typical rent for an apartment roughly $1,100. The cost of living is lower than the national average. If you're looking for a place to live, a lot of the newer spots are praised for having no HOA fees, which is a huge plus. For new builds, check out CDJ Farms. The homes are modern and affordable in the $350,000 to $400,000 range. And for a bit of land, look at streets like Fowler Ford Road or North Russell Street. For a touch of luxury, Magnolia Springs is where you'll find bigger homes over 2,000 square feet, with a luxury feel and sidewalks throughout. There's the annual Strawberry Festival. It's a huge deal since 1941. A local farmers market and cute little shops downtown. Up next, we have Union City. It's a small, friendly, and pretty quiet town with a population of around 10,000. Located in Obion County, it's the regional trade center for both Northwest Tennessee and Southwest Kentucky. It's in a pretty rural part of the state. It's about 2 hours from Memphis and almost 3 hours from Nashville. It's a mix of suburban and country living. You're not going to find a bustling nightlife or a crazy amount of excitement, which, depending on what you're looking for, is either a huge pro or a major con. Like many smaller towns, Union City has its limitations. The retail selection is modest, and the lack of public transportation makes it less convenient for those without a vehicle. On the upside, this translates to shorter commutes. The average one-way travel time to work is just 19 minutes. Its biggest draw is its affordability. The median home price is $180,000, and the median household income is $46,000. The average rent for an apartment is about $950 per month. This affordability is reinforced by low taxes and utilities. The city ranks 26th in the state for lowest property taxes and 4th for lowest energy costs, making it one of the most budget-friendly places to live in Tennessee. You can't talk about Union City without mentioning Discovery Park of America. It's a massive and seriously impressive museum and heritage park. Next one is a Lafayette, located in Campbell County. Lafayette is a small but rapidly expanding town. It's a small mountain town, plain and simple. It has a mix of locally owned businesses, parks, and agricultural land. While the town has convenience stores, restaurants, and bars, the vibe is very rural, and, according to folks, can feel a bit isolated. You'll find a lot of friendly people, but it's definitely a what you see is what you get kind of town. Compared to Knoxville and other bigger cities, Lafayette is much more affordable. The median home price is in the low 200s, so you can get a lot more bang for your buck. With a median home price of $280,000, a median household income of $45,000, and an average rent of around $1,150. While housing may appear affordable, the overall cost of living can be challenging when measured against the area's lower wages, creating financial strain for some residents. Job opportunities within Lafayette are limited due to a small number of factories and large employers, compelling many people to commute to neighboring towns for work. Despite these difficulties, Lafayette remains a good place for families looking for a more leisurely lifestyle. Clarksville, Tennessee, located in Montgomery County near the Kentucky border, it's Tennessee's fifth largest city, with a population of over 166,000 residents. First off, you gotta understand that Clarksville is a military town, through and through. It's home to Fort Campbell and the 101st Airborne, so there's a strong military presence and a real sense of pride in that. It gives the town a unique, transient feel, which can be both a pro and a con. The city itself has a small town heart with a growing city body. You've got some cool historic spots downtown, like old tobacco warehouses that have been turned into breweries and coffee shops, but also got the usual suburban sprawl with all the chain restaurants and stores you'd expect. When it comes to affordability compared to Nashville, your money goes a lot further in Clarksville. You can still find a decent house for a reasonable price, and the overall cost of living is lower than the national average. The median home price is approximately $330,000. The median household income is $67,000, and the overall cost of living is 11% below the national average. Now let's talk neighborhoods. On the southeast side of town, the Sango area is one of the nicest places to live. It's got good schools, bigger lots, and a nice suburban feel. The north side of town, near Tinytown Road and Peacher's Mill, tends to be more affordable, but it also has a higher crime rate. The south side, around Madison Street and the Sango area, is generally safer, but also more expensive. St. Bethlehem is a great area for military families because it's close to Fort Campbell. And when it comes to safety at night, avoid areas like parts of Riverside Drive and Craft Street. I'm not gonna lie, the traffic here can be a real pain. Wilma, Rudolph Boulevard, and Fort Campbell Boulevard are the main offenders, especially during rush hour. It's not as bad as Nashville, but it can still test your patience. And also expect little crime and homelessness, difficult downtown parking, and issues with city management. And the area also offers beautiful outdoor amenities like the Clarksville Greenway, Dunbar Cave State Park, and the downtown commons. Next one is the borough Murfreesboro, situated in Rutherford County. All right, the vibe is a bit of a mix. On one hand, you've got this awesome, historic downtown square that gives you that classic small town southern charm. On the other hand, the city is growing like crazy. It's one of the fastest expanding cities in Tennessee, so you've also got a lot of new developments, shopping centers, and, yes, traffic. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, the traffic can be a nightmare. The commute to Nashville on the I-24 is notoriously bad, and even getting around town can be a challenge during rush hour. Well known for its high-performing schools and the presence of Middle Tennessee State University, meaning it's a college town. So, there's a youthful energy in the air, especially around campus. But it's also a great place for families, with a ton of parks, good schools, and a friendly, welcoming atmosphere. It's not as hip as Nashville, but it's not trying to be. Your money goes a lot further in Murfreesboro than in Nashville or Franklin. The housing is more affordable, and the property taxes are pretty reasonable. The cost of living is 7% lower than the national average. The median home price is approximately $430,000, with a median household income of $77,000, and a one-bedroom apartment rents for about $1,320. When it comes to housing within the city, the Blackman area is a highly recommended neighborhood for its good schools and convenient access to highways. The West Side is where you'll find a lot of new construction, great schools, and a more suburban feel. The East Side has a mix of older homes with bigger yards and newer developments. If you're looking for a little more space and a more rural feel, you might want to check out Christiana Rockvale. The lifestyle is that of a city grappling with its own success. While many residents find it cleaner and safer than surrounding communities and a great place to raise a family, its identity has shifted from a quiet college town to a bustling suburb. This population explosion has resulted in big city traffic and concerns that infrastructure has not kept pace with the rapid construction of new apartments. For those considering a commute to Nashville, as the daily drive on Interstate 24 is stressful and can easily add 2 hours of the workday. And this is an important one. You must perform your due diligence, as significant parts of Murfreesboro are in a flood zone, requiring special insurance. Up next, we have scruffy city Knoxville. Well, let me tell you, you're looking at a pretty special place. Nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, so what's Knoxville like? Imagine a city that can't decide if it wants to be a laid-back mountain town or a bustling southern city, so it just decides to be both. As the largest city in East Tennessee and home to the University of Tennessee, it provides modern conveniences and a wide range of outdoor activities, making it ideal for both families and young professionals. And the Tennessee River runs straight through downtown. It's beautiful, seriously. Thanks to the University of Tennessee, there's always a youthful energy, especially on game days. Let me tell you, when the Vols are playing, the whole city bleeds orange. It's a sight to see. But it's not just a college town. People here are super friendly and have a live and let live attitude. The cost of living here is a huge plus. It's way more affordable than Nashville or most other big cities. Because so many people are moving here, the housing market is tight. The median home price is $345,000 against a median household income of $70,000. And the overall cost of living is 14% lower than the national average. Plus, and this is a big one, we have no state income tax. That's a nice little raise right there. Property taxes are also surprisingly low. When it comes to choosing a neighborhood, you've got options. West Knoxville is generally the most expensive and heavily developed, but it also boasts the most shopping and amenities. While South Knoxville is considered an up-and-coming area with a diverse and sometimes dicey mix of neighborhoods. Regardless of where you live, a car is essential. Public transportation in the region is underfunded, and while biking is popular downtown for recreation, most commutes, like the one to nearby Oak Ridge, require a personal vehicle. The traffic is real. Knoxville is growing fast, and our roads are trying their best to keep up. let's just say they're not always winning. The I-40 and I-75 interchange, which we lovingly call the malfunction junction, can be a real test of your patience, especially during rush hour. Coming at number 1 is Memphis. All right, first things first, what's Memphis feel like? It's got soul. And I'm not just talking about the music, though, that's a huge part of it. This city has a gritty, authentic vibe that you won't find anywhere else. It's not trying to be Nashville or Atlanta, it's unapologetically Memphis. It's a place with deep historical roots, a hub for blues and rock and roll, and you can feel that history on every street corner, especially downtown. There's a real, we're all in this together attitude. Beyond its cultural heritage, Memphis is a major economic hub, home to corporate giants like FedEx and AutoZone, and new investments like Ford's Blue Oval City nearby are boosting the manufacturing sector. Despite this economic activity, the cost of living in Memphis is super low, 10% lower than the national average. Housing is incredibly affordable, whether you're buying or renting, where the median home price is approximately $215,000 against a median household income of $54,000, with one-bedroom apartment rents around $1,050. Plus, Tennessee has no state income tax, which is like getting an automatic raise. A look at the neighborhoods, downtown or midtown, if you want to be close to the action, restaurants, bars, music venues, and festivals, this is where you want to be. Midtown is known for its historic homes, quirky vibe, and walkability, with cool spots like the Cooper Young and Overton Square districts. East Memphis is a bit more suburban and upscale. You'll find beautiful homes, great shopping, and a good choice for families and professionals looking for a quieter neighborhood. If top-rated schools are your number one priority, you'll want to look at suburbs like Germantown and Collierville. They are their own cities, really, with a very safe, family-friendly feel and excellent schools. People even joke that you need a passport to go from Midtown to Collierville, but the drive is worth it for the peace of mind. Also, keep an eye on places like the Broad Avenue Arts District and the South Main Arts District. But just get ready to sweat. Life in Memphis comes with a distinct southern climate. Summers are brutally hot and humid, while the rest of the year remains fairly mild. For a city, Memphis has a surprising amount of green space. Shelby Farms Park is one of the largest urban parks in the country. It's bigger than Central Park in New York City. And don't forget the historic Overton Park. I mean, come on, it's Memphis. You've got world-famous barbecue joints on every corner. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on more great content.